In this next video by P.T. Barnum on advertising, he's going to talk about pluck, and we'll get straight into the video.
You may advertise a spurious article and induce many people to call and buy at once, but they will denounce you as an imposter and swindler, and your business will gradually die out and leave you poor. This is right. Few people can safely depend upon chance custom. You all need to have your customers return and purchase again. A person said to me, "I have tried advertising and did not succeed, yet I have a good article." I replied, "My friend, there may be exceptions to a general rule, but how do you advertise? I put it in a weekly newspaper 3 times and paid $1.50 for it." I replied, "Sir, advertising is like learning. A little is a dangerous thing. The reader of a newspaper does not see the first mention of an ordinary advertisement. The second insertion they see but do not read. The third insertion they read. The fourth insertion they look at the price. The fifth insertion they speak of it to their partner. The sixth insertion they are ready to purchase. And the seventh insertion they purchase. Your object in advertising is to make the public understand what you have to sell, and if you have not the pluck to keep advertising until you have imparted that information, all the money you have spent is lost. So, a person who advertises at all must keep it up until the public knows who and what they are and what their business is, or else money invested in advertising is lost."
This is a very important point that Barnum is making for business back then, 150 years ago, and business now. He's talking about the understanding of what advertising is and what's required to make it successful. He has a concept called the 7 insertions. What this means is, if you see an advert just once, you don't register it. He's saying the psychology of people is they don't really register it the first time. The second time, they kind of remember it. By the time you get to the 6th viewing of an advertisement or a communication placement, he says they go and tell their partner or they go and tell their friends. Slowly, it's becoming embedded in their psyche. And then he gets to the main point, which is on the 7th insertion. The 7th time someone sees that message, then they are ready to buy. Now that leads us on to his second point, which is it won't work if you stop too early. He says this great quote, which is advertising is like learning. A little is a dangerous thing. And then he talks about pluck in that context. Think what that costs. To show something 7 times to a single person is expensive. So if you take out an advert in a newspaper or magazine and show it 1 month, it will not work, whatever they say, if you believe what Barnum's principle is, and I do. You need to run that ad 7 months if you take the insertions, if it's a monthly periodical. You need pluck to do that. You need to hold your nerve. You need to have the budget. And this is the important bit. You need to understand why and when it will work. Otherwise, you stop. And his example is after 3 months or 3 viewings, I decided advertising doesn't work. And it's so easy to say that. And I believe that. Advertising does not work unless you hold your nerve and invest in those 7 insertions, in which case it does. So think, when you last paid for an advert, what did you think? Did it work? Were you happy with that investment and the return? And if not, ask yourself what Barnum would ask you. Did you stop too early? Did you show it enough? And do you understand what's required to be successful in advertising your product or service?